but to reduce the greenhouse gas emission, and many regulations are going to come. So it is become more important. So to address this purpose, because many of our prospectors, they asked energy audit or ISO 50001 lead auditor, and so many things they are asking it. So I thought of bringing a small presentation on energy audit. So it will be conducted by Mr. Chandra Kumar sir. He is one of the leading energy auditor in the city. So many new people are available. So let me introduce BMQR. So BMQR is a certification body. We have four major divisions. One is management system certification like ISO 9001, 14,000, 45,001. Those type of certification we are doing. And we are having another division where we do lead auditor training program and ESG training program. This is a training division. The third one is we are having a sustainability consultancy division where we do eco audits and other sustainability consulting services. And the fourth one is we are also having a wing for IPR, intellectual property rights, trademark and patent. So our office is at Chennai at two places. One is Anna Nagar, another one is at Avadi. So we are having the operation all over Tamil Nadu and all over India also. We are also having a lot of international customers, especially in the area of sustainability, ESG. And this is a small introduction about the company. Now I leave this floor to Mr. Chandra Kumar sir. So let us welcome him for this program, and he will take care of it. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Ilango sir.
Yes.
Hope you can able to see my presentation, right?
Yes.
And my audio is also clear, right?
Yes, clear. Yes.
Clear.
Thank you.
For everybody's purpose, because many people are from other country also and the other state also, this program is kept in English.
Sure.
At the end of the program, we will give this video recording and the presentation and everything will be providing it. So please be active and learn from the expert. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir. So the time I will spend is up to 8 o'clock. We will proceed with the basics of energy audit, and after 8 to 8:20, we will have a short Q&A. So if you can able to reserve your questions or put in chat, I can able to take these questions on a later time. In the meantime, if I ask any questions, you can able to participate in the voice mode so that it can be interactive and you can able to also enjoy the session very much. So, sir has given an intro. This entire session will be focused not only on energy audit, but on a sustainability and a complete context. I will try to see that you can able to benefit from that session. So the objectives is to know the energy audit, what are the steps, basic steps involved, and also to see how the sustainability, ISO 50001 and other career pathways existing in the entire sector. So basically, like most of the core sectors, if you take mechanical, electrical, and chemical, so most people don't know like sustainability during the career. Sustainability is one of the options that are existing. Only people of today are aware of such options. Many people who are very much working in the sector are not able to focus towards this sustainability. So we will find at the end of the session, we will focus also what are the other career pathways that are existing for the core, especially for the core sector branch. So this entire gamut of energy conservation, everything happens because there is a resource kind of a constraint that is happening across the globe. So you can able to very well, you can visualize. Anything you wanted to say? Okay. You can keep yourself on mute If any particular question, maybe you can, I will give a pause after 10 slides. You can able to get back to me. So this sustainability as the context, as I was saying, you can see the present Ukraine war from Russia and the consequences of tariff by US on India, who is nowhere near in the picture of war. So the entire climate change mechanism that has been dismantled by US. So everything in the global context, it is only towards focusing towards sustainable goals. So before 2000, this has been known as Millennium Development Goals, MDG. And after the Millennium Development Goals of 2000, this has been renamed as Sustainability Development Goals. So there are 17 goals which are being focused. You can see number one, it is no poverty. And number two is zero hunger. Number three is good dental and well-being. Number four is quality education. Number five is gender equality. Number six is clean water. So like this, each and every goal has interconnected towards the operation of the any industries nowadays. So not only for industries, but it is also having an impact on our day-to-day choices and our day-to-day way of living. All this has started because there is a global push towards chasing the resources. So the African nations realized this, especially in the 1982 Nairobi Convention. They have brought a tag name or logo, which is everything forever for all. So for all forever. So that is a very, if you go through in your mind, what is this for all forever? So this is the tag name that I've given for sustainability. So they are saying that everything should be available for everyone at all point of time. So this is, I believe, this definition of Nairobi is a very good definition for all forever. This has also been adapted by many countries and many governments now. So universally now everybody accepts that sustainability is a very, very important concept. So in this sustainability, if you take overall the main stakeholders in order to know overall the players, it is Bureau of Energy Efficiency, which is under the Ministry of Power. So they are having a say in the terms of carbon credits, and Ministry of Environment and Forest. They are bringing out something called green credits. So they are having a very powerful law, Environmental Protection Act. So which is been mandated very much, and it has been supplemented by waste management rules of 2016 as well. We also have Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, which promotes new and renewable energy, and also in the context of providing green credits through renewable energy resources. And you have also Jal Jeevan Ministry, which is providing water-related guidelines and related central groundwater. And of course, you have Niti Aayog. So Niti Aayog, basically what it does is it monitors the performance of the states. So not only the organization front, even the state governments also now looking seriously and monitoring and reporting back to the uh, Niti Aayog, which is planning, which is formally known as Planning Commission. So all this also leads to formation of a state level committees, which is measuring the sustainability as a measure. So this is the overall context, like how this sustainability is being taken forward, not only in the industrial level, but also in the other subsequent levels as well. So coming back to the main topic of the day. So energy audit, we will see what is the typical definition. So the Energy Conservation Act of 2001, it is giving the guidelines of energy audit. Because that is where the birth of Bureau of Energy Efficiency has happened through Gazette notification. So what it says is the verification, monitoring, and analysis of use of energy, including the submission of report, maintaining recommendations for improving energy efficiency with cost benefit analysis and action plan to reduce energy consumption. So this is the typical energy audit definition. Okay. So why we need for energy audit is, as I explained earlier, there is a need for conserve the resources, because earlier point of time you might have experienced there is a lot of resources, plenty of resources, and few people to opt for. Nowadays the things have changed. There are a lot of resource constraint. Even water is being recycled multiple times and being used in the industries. So all this is focusing upon the how we can able to improve our bottom line, and it also able to provide sustainable pathways of continuing the business. So any business would not like to get it shut down due to any ban on their operations, any social unrest which is happening in in their nearby premises. So yeah, every organization would love to continue the business forever, and for that to happen, energy and environment play a very important role. So there are two types of energy audit, basically preliminary energy audit and a detailed energy audit. So preliminary energy audit, you can able to visit the site and typically for a day, and you can able to observe what are the typical operations. You can able to get the quick idea what are the potential is there, and you will also able to note what is the scope and what is the time period that you have to spend in the plant, and what are the measurements we have to carry out. On the other hand, detailed energy audit, we will go through the entire steps what are involved, and we'll try to get a brief idea. So as I explained, so the purpose can be of preliminary audit need not establish a detailed calculation for saving. You can identify what is the immediate points to note down. Whereas in case of detailed energy audit, it can be carried out in three phases. So pre-audit phase, audit phase, and post-audit phase. So in case of pre-audit phase, as we explained in the preliminary audit, so it will be like having an informal interview, and it is to gauge the industry's willingness and what all the things that has been implemented in the plant. Because any plant as we first time if we go, there will be already people would have executed some of the measures. So these measures we need to see how best we can able to capture, and we should not able to repeat the same things what they have tried. We should identify what all the things they have carried out. We should try to see what is the level of operation of the plant people, and how the plant people are able to manage the things within their given constraints, and what are the technologies they are adapting, and how they are able to produce. So this kind of initial briefing help us to understand their operation. So during the audit phase, we can able to spend more time in the plant. One key thing in doing an energy audit is we have to observe a lot of things in the plant. We have to interact with the plant people, and we will see how this also take forward. So once we visit the plant, we have to get the details, energy. This is including energy bills, and any renewable energy is there or not. So all this checklist you have to prepare it well, and anything you have to see that it is getting addressed and nothing is left over the discussion. You have to keep seeing what all the manuals they are having, log sheets they are able to give, And also you should, with the help of the plant personnel, we should also carry out measurements. So these measurements can be from in situ instruments, and also from our own instruments, portable instruments, which we will discuss in the subsequent slides. So these steps also involve analyzing the operations. So they may not be having key parameters index. So the whatever the key parameter index which is very much required for the industry, we can able to suggest them to adapt it, and we can also give up from own experiences what all the KPIs that has been observed in the other industries, and we can able to give them the ballpark figure. Apart from that, we should also in a position to conduct what is the typical energy conservation measures that is available in the plant. So this conservation measures we can able to suggest based upon our experience, and also based upon the operations of the plant. So that is why initially, as I told you, lot of observation needs to be made. So this cannot be done in a single day. So multiple visits might be required. So you need to interact back and forth with the plant people, back and forth with your team. What all the observations your team has carried out, and you have to consolidate, and you have to bring out the measures. So these measures we have to do cost benefits analysis, which is step number 8. So this cost benefit analysis typically involves knowing what is the saving potential either in kilowatt hour or in thermal savings. You should able to see what is the investment that is required in during the savings, and also based upon the investments, what is our ability to provide the payback. So this we will able to know only with interacting with the particular vendors. So the particular knowledge we should have of what we are suggesting, so that we can know how quickly it can able to give the payback. So this payback also we should be in a position to see that it is very attractive. We should not be in a position to exaggerate things. We are not here to exaggerate things. If you make 5-year payback as a 3-year payback, it may immediately look very attractive. But at the end of the day, if it is not able to achieve, then it might not be a very good idea for you. So it is always suggested to be conservative, because energy audit involves showing fairly a good representative picture. That is why the vendor also has to be consulted. The sizing of the equipment, proposed equipment could also be changing. So that is why you need to be very much uh, given a yeah, you can able to give an note also saying that the prices need to be discussed in the vendor depending upon the size and other facility requirements. So this needs to be reported to the management immediately on the last day. You can able to give a short presentation. You can briefly discuss them, and informally also you can able to discuss with them, so that if you can make 10 measures, maybe the management will be inclined to accept some 5 of the measures. Other 3 measures, they will tell you what all the constraints are there, and other 2 measures you can they you have to be again back forth, you can discuss with the vendors. So this is how a typical energy audit is being carried out, and based upon this you have to make a detailed report once you come back from the plant. So with this, like anybody wants to ask a question, you can able to ask me before I'm proceeding to the second half of the presentation. Any questions till now?
Sir, this is Alok Chatterjee over here. Am I audible? Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, this is Alok Chatterjee. Sir, actually, what you are telling is that there are some data we have to collect from all the visits and all the inspections, and then we have to compile upon what is the total consumption or whatever it is. So it must be supported through some standard data which should not exceed, correct? The consumption should not exceed with according to the industry, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. So then one point if I ask you, sir, like water, okay, like river water or whatever it is being used, okay, it is always flowing. And most of the sweet water is going drained to the sea. Like this, there is more than industry. It is like country-wise, that global-wise, that conservation of the sweet water, that should be first thought. And even all the short of energy, like even electricity will be used, but electricity, the consumption will never. It is consumption will not diminish the electric generation or whatever it is. Electricity will flow. So, can you give me some idea on this matter? Am I right with the question? It is up to your judgment, sir.
So let me just repeat what is my understanding, sir. You are saying that the electricity, the conservation and the water conservation should go hand in hand. Is my understanding right, sir?
No, conservation means it is from where the source it is being generated and where it is going to finish. The electric current, it will go back to its own source. That is the one way that how much electricity is being generated, that will go back to the source, back to that. Okay, that is one. So the full path consumption can be thought of for consuming without but almost zero back should be going. Okay, and water also, like river and all those things, the sweet water is flowing away to sea. So sweet water is a very scarce, means almost 10%, even 10%, it is not even that, okay, of the world, sweet water. So out of the total water of the world, maybe 10% is sweet water. Am I right, sir? This way, if we think?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The fresh water, whatever is this thing is availability is very, very less only. It is, to my knowledge, it is 7%. So that is what I mentioned here, the Ministry of Water Resources as well. So they along with the central groundwater board, they have come with the guidelines for the water consumption. So if any industry in India, if they consume water through the submersible and bore water, they have to report what is the consumption. They are actually, if so it is certain limits, if it is crossing means they have to get it audited by water auditor as well. So this practice is now, since the limit is more, it is getting slowly, it is being percolated in the industries, but also for other sustainability measures, they have to report. If you take, for example, SEBI and BRSR and sustainability guidelines, water is also one of the key parameters.
Yes,
And
what you are right, sir.
of course,
Sir, 1 minute. Like if you are talking about groundwater, it should be some sort of rule like as much as groundwater is being pumped out, that much refilling of the groundwater should be done through anyway. My understanding.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are very much right. This central water guidelines, additionally, in addition to getting water audited, so they are also saying what are the additional points. So, for example, if you go for any building, for example, any metro development authority, for example, in Chennai Metro Development Authority, if you want to get a permission, building permission, they or any planning permission for any industries, they are actually asking for water harvesting. What is the water harvesting that we have done? So water harvesting, apart from that, you have to also not on rooftop water, also during the rain water also you have to conserve. So this also is part of building plan improvement, or your concern, or it is even mentioned in the consent to operate guidelines, the pollution control policy.
You are right, sir. Maybe going through the full course, we will be coming to know how the calculation goes and how to suggest or advise on those. Correct?
Yeah, very much.
Okay, sir. So by this, I think my question is over. Here. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Any other questions? If anybody wants to ask, please go ahead. Okay, I think you can. I think you have a lot of chats. I think we can able to see. Let me see if any.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
Yeah, hi. This is Prem here. See, having given the time constraint, I think if you stick on to the various energy audits and the processes conducted for various plants of various industries, it should be fine. Rather than looking into the public works department and other things, it's my kind suggestion.
Okay, sir. We'll proceed with the slide. So now in post audit phase, actually this kind of audit where we'll do is once the suggested measures are getting implemented, we have to go and check, because that is the only proper method of finding out what is the impact. So during this audit phase, there are two methods of analyzing. One is we are comparing base plant, that is the one with before the audit, and after implementing all the suggestions, what is the energy being conserved. So this is straight away apple to apple comparison. And second is we have to just identify the measures that has been implemented, and we have to remove it for the time being of a measurement, and we should see what is the after adding that equipment, what is the savings, and after removing that measure, what is the savings. So these are two type of analyzing what is the impact of the energy measure that has been implemented over the plant. Very few people do this. So if you do it, then the thing is it is getting authenticated. Your what is the energy that has been saved or resource that has been saved, it will be getting authenticated by the third party. And during this process, this is a typical material flow diagram, also called as process flow diagram. So you need to know what is the raw materials that is coming into the process, and how it is being processed, and also how it is being sent as a useful product. So by mapping this entire process, we can able to get what is the process and what is the energy consumed in each of the process, and any material wastage is also there or not. So this again will help us in looking at the material wastage and how to reduce it or recycle the material wastage if it is possible. So the idea is we are looking everything in our perspective, how to minimize the constraint and with our own experiences with the other plant. So this will be a input. So it is now some of the places. Similarly, you need to map the water consumption as well. So this kind of making a water balance reports also is where you can able to do with this idea, and it will be very much helpful in arresting the leakage of water. So you can able to identify your resources based upon either in the energy generation side, obviously your boilers and other energy generation equipments will come into the place. You can able to see how you can able to optimize this, and in distribution side, the transformer, the DTC losses, we can able to find out. This is predominantly in the discom side. So when it comes to industries, it is generally what are the process that has been followed. And in fuel substitution is also one of the methods. For example, if you are using initially, if you are using any furnace oil, then if you can able to substitute with gas, That also sometimes it will lead to energy consumption, and also it will lead to reduction in operating cost as well. So it depends upon case to case basis. You have to see the analyze how much logistic costs also it is incurring. Most nowadays you can see that DG set being operated with diesel cost also is now per liter it is near to 100. So if 3 units of electricity being generated out of 1 liter for a DG set, then you can very well imagine how well if it is whether other process can able to substitute. Of course, it needs to be a battery type of storage. Also, again, the costing also has to be different. So you have to keep note of how technology, new technology, we should see how it is being cost effective. So if you saw some 10 years back, battery based energy storage was considered as a very high cost. Nobody was giving a thought about it. But nowadays you can see in the country itself, a lot of places battery energy storage has come. And also in some of the areas you are considering also pumped energy storage systems. So these kind of measures can overall lead to your energy substitution, fuel substitution as well as a demand side measure. So to effectively do this feasibility, as I was telling you, we should be able to see what is the measure that we have suggested. And for that, we have to know what is the vendor that are available. For any equipment you can see, you should maintain your this thing vendor list. For example, if we say compressor, we should have a backup of a minimum 3 vendors is very much required. So with this not list of vendors, we can able to see how they are able to develop the technology over a period of time, and how we can able to adopt those technologies in the plant as well. So for any equipment, not only for compressor, even for dryer, and also for air receiver, and the nozzles and pneumatic equipments. You have multiple vendors. What I said is only a small system in a plant, but in the 5 equipments, what I told itself, if you see, there will be 15 vendors in the market. Some of them are international players. Some of them are local players. The cost will change. The technology what they are providing will change. This you need to have as a backup, so that you can able to refer back to them. You can get a quote from them based upon the size that you have suggested for the particular location. So based upon that, you can able to derive what will be the typical operating cost, which should be obviously lesser than the existing cost, which leads to your savings. So this savings, as I told you earlier, it could either come from electrical savings or thermal savings, or from raw material leakage arresting. So if you want to convert the savings per year, so it is a subtraction of annual savings to the annual operating cost. Your payback in months, if you want to calculate, it is investment divided by net savings over the year. So net savings is a factor which came through your investment energy conservation measure investment. If you multiply by 12, it is giving in months. If you don't multiply by 12, it will giving payback in year. So this is the only difference. So this is the typical report of an typical energy audit. So you can get it from typically you can able to see the reports. It will be consisting of what all the observations you have made, what all the calculations in a backup manner, and also you can energy conservation measures under their payback period. So the systems depends upon your time that is you can able to spend in the system, and also depending upon your experience and the team's experience, you can look forward to the particular system. and you can able to measure and you can able to calculate, and you can do the payback analysis as well. So this is how a typical kind of summary sheet will look at. So this summary sheet will be typically given in the initial page to make sure that the management is able to take a quick action. So if it is of no investment or very low investment, it is given a high priority to get it implemented. And we have those which is having higher investment, more than 3 years, as I told, it will be forming in the bottom part of the suggestions. So if we make this with a quote, with a note saying that the investment, whatever is being given, is subjected to vendors' final quotations and site feasibility. This should be taken into consideration. So as I told you, this calculations involves understanding the cost. So if we see, we have to observe what is the typical energy bill of a particular company, and we should try to observe what is the components of an energy bill. So typically, if you see, the electricity bill will consist of what is the demand charges that are there, and what is the sanctioned demand, what is the demand that has been consumed by the plant, and what is the demand cost that is being billed. So it is typically, it is 90% of the demand will be billed demand. And apart from the demand charges, you also have consumption charges, of course. So in this consumption charges, you can observe that the unit cost will be differing for a straight away for a one which is based upon the time of the day. So if your time of the day, as per the time of the day, if it is being consumed in the typical working hours in the daytime, the amount of billing that has been done will be typically, normally, it will be around 5.35 without taxes in rupees. So if it is being consumed in the night time, so why they are so if you're there at night time, why they are calculating it separately means the government, for the government discount. So if they are consumed in the night time, then it is balancing the load for them as a demand side measure. So in order to improve the consumption during the night time, so they will give a incentive. So instead of 5.35, your unit cost will come around 3 rupees also per unit without taxes, of course. So this kind of incentive is being given for nighttime consumption. So based upon this, the unit cost will be changing for the per unit cost. So this, apart from that, you will also have other components like the power factor needs to be looked upon. Typically, you can see that if capacitors are not being maintained properly, your power factor will drop by, and it has been undersized, and you can also have harmonic issues, which is you're getting charged in without your attention. So you might say that the main sources of harmonic, if you see, so it will be like VFD and UPS. So this two equipments will generally will contribute to the harmonic factor into the picture. So it need not be the equipments which are given in the plant side. Harmonics could also come from your neighboring industry also. They could also generate harmonics, and you will inject to the grid, you will be getting it. So that is the reason you should, during your measuring the power, you should be in a position to understand where the harmonics is getting generated, and due to which reasons it is getting shown. So these things you can very well observe in the electricity bill, and also you can able to see if any solar power or any RE power is there, whether you can able to get the credit back, or a net solar if any is attached, what is the net solar bill you are getting. So this cost, your generation and your consumption both can get tallied if it is in same premises, and even if it in other premises, it will be including of the wheeling charges as well. So these typically you can find in a typical electricity bill. So if you take energy audit, one of the key things is having internal benchmarking and external benchmarking. So if you take the internal benchmarking, the concept is, so whatever we have observed in the plant in the first stage and before, that is pre-audit, there we will be having operational records and energy consumption pattern. And the same thing after our intervention of doing an energy audit, there will be some changes in the consumption. So this year on year, what we are doing is known as internal benchmarking. We are not taking any external resources. We are doing only internal benchmarking from our own historical analysis. So this is can be very much helpful in cases where we don't get directly a peer who is operating and we don't get any info about that. In case of external benchmarking, we do it opposite way, in sense like we are getting data from other resources and we are able to compare directly. So this kind of external benchmarking is helpful to increase the competition between the factories as well. So this is possible only in cases of where your typical, you should only compare apple to compare apple, and you should able to compare capacity wise also. So if you have similar industries, you can able to compare. If you don't, if your line of operation is very different, then you have to depend entirely on internal benchmarking. So these are the typical energy audit instruments that we use in a typical audit. So the top one is the power, known as power analyzer. It is also known as load manager. So we can able to observe, as I was telling, the harmonics and also your power log. So if you want to see what is the consumption, peak consumption during some operation, you can either put it across one particular equipment, or you can able to put it across before the and after the transformers, and you have to find out what is the entire demand that is being operated. Also, you can very well you can able to see not only the entire picture you will get, but also if any energy conservation you have measure you have identified, you can request them to implement it. For example, in a compressor pressure setting, if you want to see whether you can able to decrease and achieve the same end result, you can very well you can ask them to reduce the setting, and the difference before and after you can able to capture in the power analyzer. So similar thing you can able to note down. And second one is the combustion analyzer, or also it is known as flue gas analyzer. So this is typically it is used to measure the flue gas parameters in a where combustion is involved, like your boiler and furnace. So these equipments which is giving combusted air as flue gas, we can able to see what is the parameters. So this is helpful in understanding the combustion, how it is happening, how much is the XSR that has been given in the initial, and also how it is your flue gas is having any O2 excess O2 is there, and what is your CO value. So all this will tell you how the combustion is happening inside. So it is like a stethoscope, you can say. And you can the next equipment what we are seeing in top is, of course, thermocouples. So these thermocouples will help us to find out what is the temperatures, and the bottommost one is the infrared type of thermometer. So both this will help us to find out the product temperature, and you have to be careful if you go for which temperature range it is working. So temperature guns, this thermometer guns also. We should be careful, like what is the temperature of the operating range of the this equipments, so that we are not getting carried away by the temperature limitations of these equipments. So also again, contact types, generally we use it in cooling tower operations to find out what is the temperature level in the cooling tower water. And typically the infrared types we use where we can't able to physically touch and feel. For example, your yeah, in re-rolling mills, ingots, all these things will be of having a very high temperature. We cannot able to touch and you can able to infer. In those cases, infrared guns are being used. And next is pitot tube and manometers. So this
Sir, 1 minute,
will,
sir.
yeah.
Sir, 1 minute. So a lot of lines are coming. So can
Yeah.
you come back and reshare it?
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Just sorry for the disturbance. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. You can now reshare it
okay.
because of some vibration. Some
Okay.
lines are coming. Yes. Now it's okay. Sir. Fine, sir. Thank
Okay,
you,
sir.
sir. Yes.
So this pitot tube, we will generally use it in blowers and in ventilation systems. Normally in ventilation systems and HVAC areas. So normally what happen will we are you might know already that T-Stray and Astray are giving a lot of standards. What is the air change? What is the ventilation? If you see the industries, most of the industries they are actually getting commissioned during the commissioning time. It will be getting commissioned by people in the HVAC side. After that, the maintenance side, there will be some lacunae will be happening. They will not be in a position to measure the what is the operation conditions. So also it is not very easy to measure this what is the air changes per hour that is happening. So for this, to take how much is the generation side, in doing with the help of a blower side, we can able to see what is the operating conditions of blower and operational efficiency of blowers. So for this and for plants and blowers, we typically use this pitot tube. And finally, we have ultrasonic flow meter. So this is typically we use it for measuring the water. So you have these two probes, one which is sending the signal and another which will be receiving the signal. So this receiver and transmitter, we have to place it in the pipeline. So generally the GI pipelines, you need to keep it by applying a gel so that it is able to give a proper signal to help us to measure. So this is a very quick way of measuring the water flow across a pipe. So generally, this has been used to get the pump efficiency. So to know the pump efficiency, the inside of the input side of the motor, we can use power analyzer to get the input side of the electricity, and for getting the output side, you should know what is the outside output of the pump. So for that, we should typically know what is the pump output, and we use ultrasonic flow meter for measuring the flow of pump. So next is stroboscope and tachometer. So if you take the motor rotation, there will be belt getting it may be some of them are getting transmitted through belt through the moving system. So if you are as a tachometer, it will be using in the contact type. You can able to measure what is the speed of the rotating object. On the stroboscope, the advantage is it not be direct contact type. Stroboscopes can be indirectly used by placing a sticker before switching on the equipment, and by focusing on the sticker, we can able to get what is the RPM. So both is giving us RPM, but the advantage and the place of use will differ. So with this RPM, we can able to see what is the driven RPM, what is the driving RPM, and we can able to see the optimization. Some of the well-known is you can able to see, you might have seen how the belt is getting loose over the time. So this loosening up of belt can be found out, and the present efficiency versus changing the build type can be studied upon. So this is also one of the easiest measures. And the next is the leak detectors. So this is one type of leak detector, typically an ultrasonic based one. So now you have a lot of thermal image based leak detectors for compressed air. So since compressed air is invisible and one of the most energy guzzlers in the industry, we can able to find out over a period of time. For example, once in 3 months, once in 6 months, we can able to carry out a leak audit, especially. So this is very much in demand in the industry because the no industry has aware to conduct a leak audit, especially. Most of the industries know that they themselves will conduct, but the compressed air lines will be going in a far end of the plant. So to monitor it properly, then it will be very much helpful if we have such kind of equipments. So this will help us to find out what the source of air leakages. And finally, you have lux meter. So each place where if you take it as a interior, your interiors, office interiors, or else in a street lighting, you have to measure the lux level for proper illumination levels. Some people will say that more lux is better, but that is not the case. Even low lux is also not better in energy. Lux is a subject, it is subjected to human comfort. So if you take people with higher age groups, they will prefer more lux. If you take people with the lower age groups, they can able to read and adapt with lower lux itself. So that is why the lux level is not one size fit all category. So the typical standard what is saying is 300 lux in your working condition. So this will 300 lux will increase if it is an operation carrying more minute kind of work and also industry related works where you have to monitor the gauges, where you have to monitor any DCS panels. There the level of lux will be required will be typically higher. So this lux, though it is we can able to find out using it is given using the codes and standards very well. So these are the typical energy audit equipments which we will be using for in the energy audit procedures. So we come to the final objective of this course. So if you see this career, what are the career options that are involved? So nowadays there are a lot of avenues that have been open. The only thing is people who are not working are not able to focus on the strength, their own strength. So the core groups and other electrical and science groups can able to very well tap on the growing need for sustainability. As I told you earlier, the sustainability development goals is being applied across the industries and across the ministries. So it is very much a growing subject. So some of the potential areas is this type of knowledge of having audit will definitely will help you in become an ESG professional. So there are two types of professionals that are being in vogue now in very much demand. That is one is EHS, Environment, Health and Safety, which is also related to ESG, which is Environmental and Social Governance. So this ESG is the overall framework under which entire gamut of industry operation is being carried out. So this ESG, you can see environment and social and governance. So this environment is a pillar where this energy is being focused upon. So being energy and environment being a very closely related subject, you cannot eliminate one. So if you take this BRSR requirement by SEBI, it is mandating top 1,000 organizations to go for reporting, which is including the parameters what we have discussed till now. So either you take water or you take energy, and what all the ministries that has been involved. So all these parameters are being captured in some other format. So the reporting can be format can be and standard can be templates can be very much different, but the underlying core principle is your resource. How much material is being consumed and how much electricity being consumed, water is being consumed, whether any steps have been taken to cut short this. You can also other resource, other avenues of being also. You can be an energy auditor. You can be an energy engineer. You can very well apply for PE certified energy auditor exam. So next week, I understand exam is being carried out, and also you can international level. You can able to apply for AWE. This is Association of Energy Engineers exam, which is giving a title of CEM on clearing that. You can also, as a facility manager, you will be also implementing 50,001. So this 50,001 is energy management standard. You can very well become an internal auditor in your own organizations. And as I told you, you can become a sustainability consultant who can able to help industry, because now industries are looking ways to reduce their footprint, whether you can say as a carbon footprint or how you can able to do. And if you are in a position to invest and reduce the energy and water, you will be called as an energy ESCO. That is based upon the contract, which is shortly known as ESCO. And there is also a lot of projects that is going on in ESCO upfront. And for that, you can also have a CMVP certified, which is Certified Measurement and Verification Expert. So this many of you might be aware of. So this is kind of been awarded by the US based organization called EVO, Evaluation Organization, EVO. And definitely you can become head of energy department, and you can also become an expert, energy expert in policy as well, because many policies that will be floated need to have a backup of energy. You cannot just simply promote renewable energy without having any resources. You need to have a overall idea of the resource which is available in a particular location, and we can able to see, because solar, as you know, it can be generally it is, we are a sun rich country, so it is available everywhere in most of the regions which are located in the equator. But if you take for a wind is there, you need to see other consideration as well, like what is the other points of obstruction of wind is there or not, and also is there any bird flows, is there bird flow, is there migratory birds. So all these things has to be studied in a whole. And also you should have an idea about whether evacuation facilities are there, because after the plant is erected, we cannot able to search for evacuation. So we should also see whether any uninterrupted evacuation of energy is available. You can be an energy auditor consultant. So as I told you earlier, you can appear for the exam as well, and you can be a climate change specialist as well. So all this having a direct impact on climate change, as we seen in the case one. And in investment side also, as ESG is now getting prominence, you can also become an investment advisors for EPCs, erection procurement and commissioning companies. And in the building side also, you can very well you can become a green building specialist. For that, you need to also master the building energy modeling. So building energy modeling also will require fairly good idea of how the building is getting operated. So because the embodied carbon in a building, what this green building concept is, whatever the green embodied carbon is maybe 30% over the period of time, but operating carbon, what we have discussed till now, is almost 70% of the lifetime of a building. So these are the prominent careers that you can able to see the in the path of sustainability and yes, energy as a whole. So I will now open the floor to question and answers. If you have any particular question, you can able to uh, get back to me. In the meantime, I will also go to chat and I will try to.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
can able to hear you, sir.
Yes, sir. This is Hemant.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
I do have one doubt, sir, regarding this energy auditing certifications.
Yeah.
This Bureau of
Okay.
Energy Efficiency is certifying energy auditors. At the
Yeah.
same time, another is ISO 50001. So, which is better and which is exactly suitable according to this present market conditions?
Okay. Okay. So yeah, so both are slightly different, sir, because if you take ISO 50001, it is an international standard organizations. What they are giving is international given by ISO. So it is getting implemented across the globe in a same manner. The purpose of ISO is to give it in a same kind of standard across the globe. So this is the purpose of ISO. And the exam of BEE is different. So B is conducting exam to give an opportunity to become energy manager, and it is applicable in the in our country, India. So is the scope, if you are become energy manager, it doesn't mean that you need not know 50,000 on. 50,000 is different, and energy manager is different. So it is always good to know both.
So knowing the both is one point. Okay, I agree with that. He should
Mhm.
have the knowledge of both of the things. So,
Mm.
of course, BW also has created once they have drafted the criteria depending upon 9001. Sorry, this 5001 only. Because the basic rules and things are coming from ISO only.
Yeah.
But uh, to be means in present market scenario and exactly regarding this the opportunities available, which is good to do if you doesn't have both of the things right now and you want to go with that, so which is good to do.
I will answer this in a slightly different manner, sir. So, if you see the exam time period, it will take 1 year to appear in clear. It is been operated in a cycle of 1 year basis. But if you take 50,000 on, you can able to probably you can get it in a quicker manner. So, thing is that we should able to see which is we can able to obtain it quicker and which we can able to implement quicker. So, exam is a 1 year cycle. This typically this 50,000 on is based upon your understanding. You can do it within maximum of 1 week. You can able to understand it. So, the time period between two of us is very different.
And then
Any
the
other questions, sir?
yeah, in this regard only, then the what is the recognition uh, which is better recognized in this. I agree, sir, because energy auditor I too appeared for that, and my examination again it is there. My examination. What I say that which is better adapted or better, sir.
Okay.
Being a consultant regarding earnings, which is better.
Okay. I
Okay.
will address in a slightly different way, sir. So actually, I have done 50,000 on also. I have done energy auditor also, and I am actually a Green Co facilitator, which is given by CA as well. So if you want in the field, there is no end for learning. This is something which is, though I am saying philosophically. So in energy building also, if you know, I can able to model the buildings using eQuest. This nobody has taught me. Only we have to learn on our own. So in the profession, we have to, if you want to shine, it is our responsibility to equip ourselves and go ahead with this. So it is entirely upon your perception. Which one you want to proceed first? If you want to be in the any field, if you want to be in the top, you should be in the top 10 percentage. So there is again no end for learning. We can do it on your own pace. So there is it is only order that will get changed. You will, if you get one thing in first phase, second phase you will get it in the second thing. So it is again depending upon their interest.
Okay. Again, this ISO 50,000 is for the management system, and Bureau of Energy Efficiency is more of technical aspect. So, what is your career plan? You want to become an energy manager, those sort of things, then Bureau of Energy Efficiency is okay. And if you want to start your career as an audit, ISO 50,001 auditor or internal auditor, that is better. As sir told, if you combine both, then that is better.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, sir. Next question. Yes.
Sir,
So some question is there, or Bureau of Energy Efficiency and 50,000 both are equal? Somebody is asking the question.
Bureau of Energy Efficiency and
ISO 50,001 both are equal. He's asking
yeah,
whether
I
it
think
is.
we have answered that question
Yeah.
now in detail. Yeah.
Yeah.
sir,
Certification body will accept only ISO 50,001, not this one. Yes. If you want to become an auditor, management system auditor, then you got to go for ISO 50,001. If you want to go for energy auditor, then so there is a difference between energy auditor and the energy management system auditor. Yes. Okay, sir. Okay, any other questions?
Sir, there are a lot of instruments we have shown for the measurements. Actually, for becoming a freelancer on this auditing system, is it like to own those machineries, means equipments, or is hireable from the market, or what?
Yeah, good question, sir. You can do both also. If it is giving, because initially what happening is the cost of equipment hiring will be higher only. Because those who are giving hiring will give it on a day basis. So if it is of lesser days, you can able to hire initially based upon the rate of return, or based upon the turnover, you can able to purchase on a later stages also. So the two ways is also possible. So if you get a very big scope and lot of things to do, if you are if you require it for 5 days, then you can able to see, instead of paying rental days, you can able to purchase also. So it initially you can begin with the hiring.
Right, sir. And as you told that this certification of 5 days or 1 week time, this will enable us only for internal auditing, not external auditing or lead auditors. So in that case, the company should own or hire something like this, correct?
No, sir, it is not internal auditing. It is lead audit only we are going to conduct. ISO 50,001. Yeah, that I will tell you after some time. Please.
Okay, okay.
Okay, sir. So somebody has asked any basic qualification for getting BEE.
Okay, the basic qualification is you have to need to have an experience in the operation of energy, either operation or design. You should have, if you are a graduate, then 3 years of experience is required. Again, since most of the audiences today are present abroad, you should be clear. The abroad experience presently they are not taking into consideration. So you should be clear going through the prospectus. That is one thing. And if you are a diploma, they are, I think, they are giving an 6 years requirement of experience. Mainly, this is for core group, mechanical, electrical, and chemical.
And
And
but
if you want to, the other category, people, architecture also, they can appear in the energy building examination, which they are planning to conduct next year.
Thanks for
what
that
about
information, sir.
EHS professionals? Those are already in the EHS professional for so many years, and maybe they are graduate engineer too. So what is their scope?
If they are operated in and they have seen the energy equipments, then they can able to appear for the exam, sir. The 3 years of experience is required in the operation side. Some of them, if they are able to, if they have seen worked in the safety side also, this operation side also is important because some of the questions what they will ask will be very practical in nature based upon the practical energy audit. So it is also good to have a view on the practical items.
In operation, the person should be from the operations of this energy consuming.
Operation design side is also fine.
Uh,
They should basically should be having a hands-on experience kind of thing.
Hands-on
For
experience in
example,
terms of energy saving sectors.
yeah, if I speak compressor, receiver, they should be in a position to understand whatever like we have discussed today. Some basic understanding need to be there. If you see the examination catalog, they would have clearly also given the template for obtaining the experience certificate. So what we normally get from an experience certificate from industry, same thing is not being accepted. They require it in a typical format that such a so and so person has worked in so and so company and has worked in either in the operation or in the design or in some development of equipments which is having energy component. So that particular thing is there for in experience thing.
And what would be the cost for doing the certification of DE or ISO 50001?
I think for B, I understand that for appearing for the exam, if you are company sponsored candidate, it is 25,000. I understand, and for having, I think for other reservation things, it is around 10,000 for 4 papers. So this is the typical cost. I think for appearing for 4 papers. So reported to with respect to ISO, I think Sir will be explaining you shortly. Any other questions, sir?
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Fine. Okay, sir. So any other question so that you can get the answer from the expert?
So
Okay, fine.
one of the
And the lead
questions,
certification, yes, sir. Yeah, good evening,
yeah,
sir.
tell me, sir.
The
Yeah.
lead certification and this 50,001, if any differentiate or
Comparison you are asking. So lead
yes,
is
sir.
basically towards design of the building. So if you want to look into the design aspects of the building, yeah, you want to get into simulation side, lead is there. And BE exam is mainly focused towards operation side.
The efficiency.
So this, yeah, both are
Yeah.
different domain altogether. Of
Okay,
course,
okay.
in BE you have an entire chapter dedicated to ECBC, that is
Yes.
Energy Conservation Building Code.
Yes,
So
okay.
which is giving a glimpse of lead. So both are entirely a different ball game. So if you want to appear to be in the lead exam, then it is very well suggested to be in an organization which is following lead, number one, and also you are also involved in lead projects, because
Okay,
you
sir.
have to keep on continuing yourself. After 3 years, the certification will be invalid. You should be keeping with continuous development, continuous professional development for lead.
For lead. Every 3 years we have
Yeah,
to be certified.
every
Okay.
3 years you have to renew yourself. Whereas in case of BEE, every 5 years, there is a very nominal charge. You can appear for a refresher course, which is only costing 500 rupees.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Lead
Sir,
is
good evening,
again
sir.
been US. It has been promoted by US organization, US GBC,
Okay.
US Green Rebuilding Council. So the scope for application is also wide in this manner. Whereas BE, you have our country as a whole
Yes, sir.
as a scope.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, B, how many times appearing, sir?
You can
Exam.
how many time exam? Okay. So as per my understanding, the 5 attempts they will be giving to each one of you, sir. So
4
this
times.
within 5 attempts, you can go to exam and write and appear for 3 times. So that means, for example, first time if I have some other work, I cannot able to go and write the exam. Second time if you appear, third time again you have skipped, and fourth and fifth you can appear. So only out of 5 attempts, 3 times you can go inside the exam hall.
5 years, 3 attempts.
If it is 5 years means sometimes they would also conduct 2 times on a year also, because of the COVID and also you can't say 5 years. It is 5 times.
Okay, sir. Fine, sir. So we have some announcements. One is that we are going to conduct ISO 50001 lead auditor on energy management system, because many of our already certified lead auditors, they are asking these certifications. So we are going to arrange this training on coming 27th, 28th and 29th. Saturday, Sunday and Monday, 3 days we are going to conduct. And
Is it online or offline?
as of now, it is classroom only. And if sufficient persons are joining, then we can think of online also. And our tutor, Mr. Chandra Kumar, is going to conduct this class. So this is the only program in 2025. And we are having some other work. So our classroom is totally booked. So if anybody is interested, you can join this program and get your certifications. So it is done by B4Q with the Exam Law Global Accreditation. It is not from BMQR. It is from other agency. We do only the training part. Certifications from the other company. This one thing. The second one is we are regularly conducting ESG a certified EAG practitioner training program. Though this also happening on 11th, 12th, 18th, 19th, and 20th of October. So both online and the classroom training we are conducting. Suppose if you are interested, you can also join. So this is also not from BMQR. This certification is from NASD, a government agency. So these are the two announcement. So you can make use of it if you want to go further. And if you want, say we are planning to give this PPT and the video of this program. We are going to edit and give the video of the program and also a certificate. So people have joined from different places. I do not know their name and everything. So what you can do is that you can type your name, phone number and email ID in the chat box. Okay. Otherwise, you can contact our customer care executive. I'll type her name in the chat box. Just a minute. I'll type the name 90420. 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. 9044. Okay. This is the number 90. Oh. Then I will type it on the PowerPoint presentation itself. Yes. Okay. So I'll tell the phone number 90. You can note down 9042091044. If you give a missed call or SMS or WhatsApp to our executive by giving your phone number and email ID, we will provide you the PPT, video, and a participation certification. Yes. Yeah, please tell me, sir, now.
So can you repeat the number?
Yeah, 90.
Okay.
420.
Yeah.
91044. I'll also type in the chat box.
Okay.
90420. You can send the details, your name and your phone number and your email ID. Those things are enough for me.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. What are the certifications after B? We are doing now energy manager, energy auditor certification. Other than B certification, what are the certifications available for energy auditor, sir? For energy systems.
Yeah, one is ISO 50001 and another one is no. ISO 50001. Lead auditor program. Yes, that only we are going to conduct on the this next week, coming week. Other than that, you can also get certified as a certified EAG practitioner, so that it is a higher level. Energy is one part, but environmental, social, and governance. So this is a very hot topic in India. So you can also become a certified EAG practitioner. So that also we are going to conduct next month.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Only you have 2 certifications you are doing, you know, sir?
Yeah, these two. Other than that, we are having. You can also complete ISO 14001.
Yeah, environmental certification.
Environmental certification, yes.
Yeah, okay, sir. The cost of the course, how much, sir?
Yes, ESG training program, it is 11,000 rupees. It is a 5 days program. And lead auditor program is 15,000 rupees.
15, yeah.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, okay. Your branch is in Chennai, sir?
Yeah, Chennai only, Chennai.
Yeah, okay.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, this 50,001. is it online now or classroom?
No,
sir?
actually, we planned only for classroom, and you can talk to our team. If sufficient people are available, minimum 4 to 5 people are available, then we can plan online also. We plan
Okay.
both, actually. We plan both. But the classroom is confirmed.
Okay. And if it is a classroom, will it be at Avadi or at Gurudar?
Yeah, no, it is Anna Nagar.
Okay,
Chennai
Anna
Anna
Nagar.
Nagar, yes.
Okay,
We have
okay.
a full-fledged training classroom.
Okay, okay. And what will be the cost, sir?
Yeah, cost for lead art program is 15,000 rupees, 1 5.
Okay.
And
For ENMS.
ENMS, yes.
Okay.
And if you want to go for certified EAG practitioner training, it is 10,000 rupees, 11,000 rupees.
Okay.
It is a 5 days program.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay, fine. We are at the end of the.
Are
Yeah.
you having LA 27,001? LA?
That we are planning, yeah. 27,001, 22,000, and greenhouse gas lead verifier and validator within another 3 months we'll be getting the accreditation. As of now, we are not having that accreditation. So within 2-3 months, we will be getting it. It is under process.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Okay, fine, everybody. So thank you very much for your participation, and I really thank Mr. Chandrakumar sir. He has explained very well. He is having a lot of experience. So hope if anybody is joining the program, we can enjoy this program and we can learn. And henceforth, energy, ESG, both things are very important in any industry because of this greenhouse gas emission and many act and law they are going to apply. So get prepared for that opportunity. The people like us, we can encash this opportunity. We will help you really. Okay. Thank you very much for this program. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.